I'm reminded of a Martin Luther King quote, which rings loudly tonight: "The arc of the universe is long, but it bends towards justice." As the officials we elect, we hold you accountable for reversing a deep injustice inflicted not only on Minister Kerry Bigelow and Clyde Clark, the two currently terminated sanitation workers and their families, but on the town's reputation as a human rights city and proclaimed advocate of workers' rights to a dignified and respected work environment. As taxpayers and residents, we are all impoverished by the termination of these two brothers. There are human rights lawyers who serve on this council, and I'm absolutely certain that you would not have tolerated the due process violations many of us in this audience witnessed at the recent flawed Personnel Appeals Committee hearings, which were aided by your hired legal staff and upheld by your hired town manager. I urge you to read the summation delivered by Al McShirley, who represented the Sanitation 2 before the Personnel Appeals Committee, to get a sense of how not only the workers, but residents and taxpayers were impoverished by the process. Anonymous accusatory voices came over a telephone line, which you've heard in a previous testimony, and were allowed to refuse to answer questions from the workers' attorney. Hearsay was the rule of the day. Poor management practices were on display. Tensions with supervisors and challenges to their competence went unaddressed. And most egregious, the investigator who helped the town's management build the case is part of Capital Associated Industries, an avowed opponent and lobbyist against unions and collective bargaining, and hired by our own town manager with our tax dollars. Public workers have brought workplace grievances to the mayor, town council members, public hearings, but feel they have no protection in the workplace, nor safe avenues through which they can present their grievances, including delayed or denied discriminatory promotions, which they appeal to EEOC with their own money, supervisory misuse of power, unsafe work conditions, unresolved OSHA violations, arbitrary changes of policy without worker notification. By the way, few public workers that I've spoken to have even seen updated personnel manuals. Widening income disparities between workers and supervisors, with too many supervisors and too heavy a burden on too few workers who deliver the services to the public. It shouldn't surprise anyone that this same management and supervisory staff with a biased investigator orchestrated a termination of two workers who tried to organize a union. It's also worthy to note that the town manager's decision to deny unemployment benefits to both the Sanitation 2 was overturned by the State Unemployment Commission. It is from the public, through our churches, the NAACP, other social justice allies, community residents, that the Sanitation 2 and other public workers have sought redress. We are here, and I do hope for a petition and referral. Receive and refer. We're here tonight and continue to demand justice on their behalf, including their return to work, serving the public. We also need systemic change. The processes you've established have not worked. The same people who bring the charges act as judge and jury. We need our elected officials to step in, develop better mechanisms to hear worker grievances and appeals, use them to evaluate the current manager's performance, and review his contract to determine whether his performance realizes the values all of us in this town share. And I would hope that this does not only get received but referred. Thank you.